Good morning and sliding into afternoon. So I'm really up on the morning side right here because I got 2 minutes. Starting a little early today. So it's just a busy day, but I want to be sure to get this in for you because we're going to talk about and we're going to do creating for a cause today. And each time I've ever done something for a cause, like we did at St. Jude's Hospital, we did like 3 different organizations back at Christmas time. So, we always create, and lots of times it doesn't matter. They're looking for encouragement. St. Jude, you have people that were there at the hospital with their children, so they need happy birthday cards, they need all kinds of cards. So each venue is a little bit different. So the cause that I have, that I'm creating right now is for a family and friend. And in this particular case, I can use cardstock, but I can't add paper onto it. I can't do heating and embossing on it. All I can do is stamp, right? So the challenge becomes, all right, how do I just stamp and that's it, nothing else, and make a beautiful card to give to someone to inspire them. So the cards I have to create for this particular cause, I want to, right, is, it's just got to be very simple. And I also know it's for women. So I have to keep all of those things in mind, and how am I going to create a beautiful card and make it simple and meet all those parameters. So that is what we're going to do. Judy Allen here, San Antonio, Texas, with Adventurous Stampin. Keep it simple or step it up. Today it's all about simple, but it's challenging, right? Keep it simple because we're used to expanding beyond that. So with that, let's go down the hands and let's get started, and I'll show you what I got going. Alright, so I got to do some encouraging. Now here is a sample card I did, just to give you an idea. And we're going to use a variety of different color of stamp pad inks, alright? Hi Lourdes, hi Jennifer. And we're going to use some colors, and then we're going to also look for some different messages, okay? Because this is all about encouraging people, encouraging women, alright? So I've picked out a few things, and you'll tell me if you like something better than the other. This one I picked out, it was you're a real blessing to everyone around you is one. This one here says to an amazing woman. And this one over here just says you make each season of life even more beautiful, or you're amazing beyond measure. And then I also went and grabbed some of my paper pumpkins. If you've never done paper pumpkins, they're a monthly subscription. They always have some very encouraging stuff. So this one says always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Where there is faith, miracles will happen. Just a note of hope. And then we just got the word hope. So a lot of encouraging things here. So I'm going to make some different things. But I want to show you, because it's all about the words and the message that we're doing in this particular one. It's to inspire and give these people hope and encouragement, all right? So what I have done here, let me set the stamp sets aside. I've got some already set up for us. And I'm going to put a piece of white paper here just to show you. And we're going to make a gift card holder. This is a gift card holder. It isn't for fathers. I just wanted to show you. We're going to make something like this. Sometimes they're allowed to be giving gifts, and if so, then I'll be ready for that. So what I have done, though, is these are note cards that came this way. So my parameters are I can't put any paper. Normally we take cardstock and put paper on top. Well, I was told I can't do that. It can only be cardstock. I could emboss the cardstock, in other words, run it through the machine and then print an image, but I couldn't heat emboss or anything like that. So I went and got this is texture chick note card. So I got this here because at least it's already got a bunch of beautiful color on it, right? And what I did is I took it, I just cut it in half. So when you cut it in half, it left me with 3 1/8, and then I just cut it down so it'd be a square, so I'd have my cute little card 3 1/8. So I'm going to do some of this size, and I'm going to do this size also, all right? So we got to find a message that's going to fit right in here, and I pulled several of these. This one will fit just fine right in the center here, and I think this is the one I'm going to do. And I'm going to set it there, and I'm going to stamp around it. Now, there's 2 things I pulled. I pulled it from the Texture Chick, Season Chick. One is a flower, and the other one I pulled also was this here. because it really goes good with the paper, and I'm going to do it with some different colors. So here's some color options that I pulled, just to give you an idea. I'm going to be working with 4 colors, and I'm going to stamp them all for you so you can see what it looks like. So this is, hi Lord, you like the flowers on the first one I showed. Okay, that was, I'll find it. Alright, this is cinnamon cider. I think that was the blossoms one. Okay, I'm pulling it. Yeah, I think the blessings of home. Is it this one here, Dolores? Is that the one? What's it? Anyway, the cinnamon cider, and this is crumb cake. So what you're going to see is I'm not only going to sit there and use the color itself, but I'm also going to use the second stamp off, okay? And I'll do it to the side just so you get an idea what that would look like. I'm going to use it on these. I'm not going to use it on the first one. Okay, yes, all right. Thank you, Lord. It's keep me on my A game. There's a lot of flowers going on around here. I had to be sure. Okay, and this one is soft suede. Yeah, there's a stamp off there. And then I'm not going to use Early Espresso. Early Espresso I was just using for the words itself, okay? So this is very easy to do. All I'm going to do on here is just sort of like I did with the seashells on the first one I showed you that I did. So this is what I did with the seashells. And I'm going to do the same thing with the flower here. Except I'm going to go ahead and stamp the words in the center. At first I thought it wasn't, but I am. Now you're conflicted. Alright, let's see here, Lourdes. How about this? I have this one, Blessings of Home. I've got Delilah Days. So I'm just using the words though, I'm not using the flowers. The flowers I'm stamping with right now is Season of Chick. Okay, there you go. It's because I'm using more than one stamp set. And the thing is, I'm using something that's not going to have a lot of color to it, right? I'm just using more of it for an outline. You're right. Normally, I don't use something that's just an outline. But the reason why I'm doing it with this one is because I've already got all this color on the background here. And I'll show that again. So I've got all this color going on already. So instead of doing something solid, so since I can only stamp, since I've already got all this color going on, I'm just going to do some outlines instead of a solid flower. I could do a solid flower, but that wasn't what I planned on doing. But I could. You're right. Challenge me, keep me on my A game. Alright, so these are the colors I'm going to be working with, alright? So I'm going to go ahead and get this other color on here with the flower. So you can see, you'll see in a minute, I'm going to be putting the flowers on here. It's just going to be the outline, those are the flowers, is all I'm doing. Okay, so like this one here, I'm just going to do it like right here. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit there and I'm just going to stamp around with some flowers. And that way I still get color, right? I also have this cardstock and I can add my own color to it. So what I'm doing, you know, I didn't call the shots on this. I can't, so I'm not allowed to use bling. I'm not allowed to use ribbon. All I'm allowed to do is use cardstock and whatever ink I'm going to stamp with, right? That's all the options I get. So I know that's very, very different than what we're accustomed to. And that's okay, right? It's all right. That's, you know, it's one of those things. It's one of those things that when you sit there and you're working and doing something for a nonprofit, it's all about, well, sometimes you just have to do whatever they need or want from you, right? So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do that, and I've got the last color. And I'm going to add it in there, and then we'll just put it in between where we can, right? Again, so I'm going to use a stamp off on this. Did I grab the wrong color? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use the stamp off on this one is what the difference is here. Alright, and I'm just going to come off right here, okay? Well, actually, it almost looks... See, those two almost come across as the same color. Let me get the other color. Let's see how this is going to look. That is one thing about the two. That's all right, Lourdes. It's Wednesday. we have a time between now and the weekend to come up with a different game plan, right? So see, those really look the same, right? So that does look a little confusing here. Also, but all I'm gonna do is keep on stamping flowers around, right? That's all I'm doing, and I'm stamping off the paper as well too. Okay, because these are something we're trying to sit there and focus on the blessing, what a blessing they are to us. So that's what we're focusing on here. I'm going to do a second card here, but I'm going to do it with the shells, okay? Just to show you the difference between doing it with the shells and not. But we can still do it on a small card, right? So we got this one here. And then let's get our other second card and let's change the message out. We got to an amazing woman. To an amazing woman. Now, I don't know who these are going to specifically. You know, when we create for a cause, you know, we don't know specifically which person it's going to or anything else, but we know it's just going to inspire somebody and make their day, right? So that's what we're out to do. We're out to inspire somebody and make their day. And that's what I'm doing. So this one here, I'm just going to put one shell on here, all right? I could do more, just like I did with the flowers and go all the way around, but I'm not. I'm going to do that with a bigger card. This one, I'm just going to take this here, and I'm going to just use this darker, soft suede. And it almost looks the color of the early espresso. I always call it dark chocolate. It reminds me of dark chocolate. Either I must need some dark chocolate. And I never use dark chocolate. And I'm just going to stamp, alright? I don't know what their preferences are or anything with this person. I'm believing that whoever gets this, they like the beach, or they like the ocean, or they like the ocean life. Alright, so with that, let's go to a larger card, okay? So the larger card, I did the same thing, right? I just started out with my darker colors. Now, the thing is, with my larger card, I can use a larger stamp set, right? So I'm going to use the one from Paper Pumpkin. Let me just move that out of the way. And I'm going to use my dark brown ink. Because it's all about hope, encouragement. For me, it's about miracles. Miracles happen every single day. Every single day. Just if you don't believe it, just call me someday or message me someday and I'll tell you about some miracles. I've prayed for people. I've prayed for people in my own family and house. And I can tell you and share with you miracles that happen all the time. And you know, sometimes people just need miracles. They need people to pray for them. So if you're a praying person, just find out people that you can pray for. You don't have to know everything. God knows what's needed. They just need a prayer. They just need somebody to have faith and hope and stand in there with them. So that's what this card's about right here. It's all about hope, right? Because tomorrow, you never know what tomorrow will bring. So that's what we're going to encourage with. And I'm just going to use my seashells again. All right? So I'm going to try to stamp without opening and closing the stamps, because that just takes time, right? But I am terrible about dipping my hand in there. So I'm going to move that nicely out of the way. So hopefully I don't do that. And I'm just going to do my corner. I don't know, for me, I just start with my corners. I think that's just a habit. Especially when I'm doing something large like this. You don't have to, right? When we create, you can do it any way you want. It's your card, and you're the one giving a gift. Right? So you can create any way that you want. Now we'll have to clean this because it's just a little tough not to. And you're going to sit there and use it. So I'm going to move this out of the way. So I'm going to stick my hand in that. And I'm just going to start adding, right? So you can add and fill. You know what I do? I just turn them though, so they're not all exactly the same. And then from here, you know what I did? I actually had done some of this. I actually just sort of I just created it and I just did it like that. I like that because you know what? when you go to the beach or anywhere, are all seashells the same? No way. Never, ever. They're always different, got a little different color, but you know, I can use my stamp off here and fill in some gaps. See right there? So I still got enough ink on here. This is dark enough that I can still get some second stamping in there, right? And so that's all I'm going to do. Now this one I'm going to swap colors on us. So I'm going to clean it. And I'm just going to go to this lighter color here. This is Crumb Cake. The one I just used was Soft Suede. And get it out of the way too so I don't dip my hand in it. Alright. And then I'm just going to come over here to the side here. And you know, just turn those shells. Fill in the gaps, right? So all you got to do is just fill in the gaps a little. That's all I'm doing. So I'm just using my second stamp off right here with my paper underneath. I'm filling in some gaps. If I want to, there's a little bit of ink on the edge of that there. See, I did that right there. So that's all I'm doing. And I'm just going to do this right here, right? So, am I doing anything super, super fancy with ribbons and bling and all that? No. Am I following the parameters that they wanted and asked for? Yes. Could I have used a different color or something? I could have, but I wanted color, right? Because I want to inspire, and that's my whole goal, is just inspiring right here. So, let's see what else we got here. So this is simple stamping. So this is the first one I did, and here's the one I did right here. So they don't look exactly the same or anything, and the words are different as well too. Alright? So with that, let me go ahead and clean this off a second. And then I'm going to sit there and I have a gift card holder that I'm going to show you. I can't put anything in here, but I do know from time to time they do things to, you know, people might have a need or something like that, then they'll sit there and do something with that. So I'm not going to make any cards at the moment anymore. I just wanted to show you at least the words I had, at least do some with some flowers, and then did some with the seashells. Now I'm going to show you, this is something new, which is really cool, that I like. So this is to make a gift card holder. So I was able to put all this on the one plate right here, on this magnetic plate. So this cut out a gift card holder for me. And I'm just going to pull these off because these are tags and things like that I can use for other stuff. Now, I don't know about a gift card holder. I didn't ask, but I'm making one just in case, right? I'm just making one in case. And I'm prepared to go any way I need to go. Alright? So, this was really nice, because this comes, it's already scored when you do the die cutting. This is the magnetic plate that I used. And all these little pieces are die cut. I just put everything that I could in one sweep, so I could die cut and get all these little pretty trimmed out pieces. Because I was thinking if I was allowed to, I would sit there and this would look really nice, like this, stamped. And I could even take this and put this off to the side, right? So it just makes it look like ribbon. So I don't know, let me at least get it together. These are just little things here. This is a tag here that they pre-do, so that you could just sit there and fold it over and make a tag. Granted, I don't know if you'd have to take another color right here to be able to stamp anything on that, but that's okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. So all this is really cool because it's already pre-scored for you from the die cutting, and I'm just finding my lines with the paper here. Let's see if I can find them, fill them. Most of the times you can fill them, so I can fill it this way. So we actually have two choices. I can either create my envelope this way, or I can create it this way. So I'm going with the gold side today because I just feel like that. So so it is a little bit harder. So it's just a small little fold down here, so I could feel it. All right, I couldn't really see it with the shiny paper, but I could feel it. Right. So that's what I did. That when it does basically when it die cut, it automatically did the score line for you, right? So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to use a little bit of glue to seal this shut. And then this is ready for a nice, pretty little gift card holder, right? Get the glue off there. So that's all we're doing. Just this nice, quick, and easy. And I like that. I was trying to think, we just did something recently. But I don't think it was gift. I think it was stuff they'd already had pre-told us that they had a need. You know, lots of times when you do things for a cause, they have needs. You know, it's not just, part of it is encouraging cards and things like that, but they have other needs as well too. Sometimes it's gift cards and sometimes it's just other actual items. In this particular case, so this cause, I think they have particular items that we looked at. But the thing is, if they want this, I'll be ready, right? Alright, so sort of sticky. Let's see there, I got it sticky on me there. It'll come off, but see how pretty that is? Just very simple, very elegant. You know, I really don't have to do anything. I can just stamp that. I think I had a stamp. Let's see what we got here. We got all kind of stuff here. Let me see if I can find a short, simple little message that we can stamp right in the middle there. You know what? I'm going to stamp to an amazing woman. Alright, in this particular case, I know it's going to be a woman. So, because that's what the cause is about, it's for women. Like I said, we do different causes, and they're not always, most of the time they're very, I wouldn't say generic, but I guess so. I guess you could say that, because it's all, usually it's where anybody could use it. Doesn't matter if it's a woman, a man, a child, you know. We usually do such a variety, so this is actually definitely different in the fact that it's targeted specifically. Alright, so see, I just stamped on that right there. I don't know what I can do or not do on the giveaway for a gift card, but I only use paper, so I stuck to that parameter. I just inked. This was the only thing that I did was I created this, and I wasn't supposed to do any tags. So I'm not going to adhere that right now, because I don't know if that's like the biggest no-no or not. But you know, when somebody allows you to produce something for their cause, you try to stick to their parameters, or you do, or they won't use it. Okay, so there's no use in doing for a cause if you're not going to stick to their parameters, right? But anyway, I just want to show you how easy that would be is to make that. It'd be very easy. I brought some ribbon too, because I already know I can't do the ribbon. But for the sake of us having a conversation, how easy is that just to dress that up and put that out there right like that and adhere that down? Like I said, it's not within the parameters that I'm allowed to work with for this cause, alright? For this cause. But I can at least have this and it's glued and I didn't do anything except fold the paper. How about that? Alright, so with that, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you learned something from that. You know, we always think about creating and adding layers and everything else, so I have to tell you, it was a pretty big surprise for me to be able to donate and do something for a cause, and then I'm still getting all these different restrictions, like, I guess, like you can put ink on there, you can stamp, but no ribbon, you can't put layers of paper, you can't put a tag on it. It has to be just a straight card. I'm thinking, can I at least heat emboss the ink? And I go, no, I wouldn't accept it. So, there you go. But you know what? It's always good to know, and it challenges you to come up with something to inspire somebody and make a change in their life, right? That's what it's all about when you create for a cause. It's all about creating, sharing, and giving, right? So, you run into situations that you don't control the ball. You sort of have to step out of your box and go create based on what they're giving you to create with, right? So there you go. I hope you enjoyed today. Please be sure to share. If you don't follow us, we hope that you would follow us and continue to follow the other different things that we do. We're live here every Wednesday with Keep It Simple or Step It Up. We usually start with a simple card like a 3x3 and step it up from there. And we're also on Zoe and Nana Stamping on Facebook every Friday and the last Sunday of the month. Occasionally we do stuff in between as well too. So be blessed. Check us out on YouTube. Our videos are out there on YouTube, so if you missed it here on Facebook live, that's fine. You do replay or you can go to YouTube. We're in both places. It's just kind of a challenge to find them sometimes on Facebook. Alright, we're also, if you want to check out any of the photos, to relook at those, we have those on Instagram and Pinterest. So blessed, Go out there, create, share, and give, and find out if there's a cause that you can go out there and make or do something for. It'll make your day and it'll make their day as well too. And you're not limited to that. It could also be going to a senior living facility and help do something with them. That's what we'll be doing later today. We'll be going out to a senior living facility and we're going to be making the July cards. So there you go. There's always an opportunity to go out and share with someone. So be blessed and we'll see you next time. Bye.